Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any...
Good evening, Jamaica, the Caribbean, and our listeners across the diaspora. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk, the voice of the people, the bridge between home and abroad, where we break down the issues that impact our lives and our region. Tonight, we track a serious and urgent topic, the tension between Venezuela and the United States. What does it mean for us in the Caribbean? With the rising political, geographical pressure, U.S. sanctions tightening, Venezuela deepen in debt and the global power, the questions surrounding the stability in the region. Caribbean nations now themselves navigating the deep and diplomatical balancing act. Tonight we're going to have with us former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward. He will be our special guest tonight. And as soon as he's ready to come on, we will bring him on. There's a serious thing going on with us in the Caribbean. And all of us, every single one of us, must take heed. There's also, right now, the Caribbean and indeed Jamaica is facing a tropical storm will may become a major hurricane by Saturday. And all odds and everything pointing to St. Elizabeth and other parts of Jamaica. Our prayers are with our family members and our friends and in-laws in St. Elizabeth. Because believe you me, we all know they can't take another hit. But that's what's going to happen. We just have to just pray and hope that this hurricane really go away. But as tonight, the tension looming in the Caribbean Sea, the tension between Venezuela and the United States deepening. And we all within the Caribbean must be very cognizant of the fact that a war could break out between Venezuela and the United States. And what will be the impact for us here in the Caribbean when it comes down to tourism? Jamaica depends highly on tourism. And we must ask ourselves, if this happens, what will be and what will happen to Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean? I was listening to a journalist out of Trinidad and Tobago, where he said that he believed that pretty soon, and maybe so, that CARICOM heads, CARICOM government, CARICOM prime ministers and presidents, or on a Zoom call, or they will be called to Washington or get a phone call from Washington. So listen to me. The airspace over the Caribbean is closed. And when you hear that, then that means that all hell gonna break loose. Let us pray and hope that that don't happen. A friend of mine asked me a question a while ago. How is it that the Prime Minister of Jamaica was absent from the press briefing today? And knowing how he loves to speak, believe you me, I'm asking the same question. What happened? What happened why Prime Minister Andrew Holness was absent from the press conference today? Well, is it that there was an emergency call from Washington? We don't know. Or is it the Prime Minister is busy doing other things? Because, you know, we haven't heard anything from the Prime Minister nor the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. What is going on in the Caribbean Sea between Venezuela and the United States. We haven't heard anything at all. You don't hear anything at all from him. So, you know, he begs to ask the question, is there something going on that we are not privy to? Well, tonight, as soon as Ambassador Ward comes on, we will be speaking to him. We'll be speaking to him about it. Because the rising political and geographic pressure that the United States sanction and tightening in Venezuela, with the global power, the questions surrounding the stability in the region. Caribbean nations now find themselves navigating the deepest diplomatical balancing act. The deepest diplomatical balancing act. You know, I said on this program before, you know, that the Prime Minister, who is the chairman of CARICOM, should call for a peace summit between Caracas and the United States. And the Prime Minister, Holness, want to go down in history as a peace Prime Minister who navigate or negotiate rather a peaceful settlement between Venezuela and the United States. Then Prime Minister Holness need to come out and address the people of the CARICOM, the people of the Caribbean, address CARICOM nations and the non-CARICOM nations. Yes, there was a statement issued by CARICOM, but what did the chairman did? There's so much technology nowadays that Prime Minister Andrew Holness can stay right at Jamaica House and address Caribbean nations as the chairman of CARICOM. We don't know what is going on. We hear nothing from CARICOM. And so we're asking questions. Why is the Prime Minister, who is the chairman of CARICOM, so silent? Some may say that he must take himself out of Venezuela and United States problem. That's not it. That is not it. He is the chairman of CARICOM. It is his sole duty to speak to the people of CARICOM. It is his sole duty to address the situation going on within the Caribbean waters. And some are saying that if it was Prime Minister Mia Mottley was chairman of CARICOM, should have addressed the CARICOM nations long time. But now we're not hearing nothing at all from our Prime Minister. Not a word we're hearing from him. And some are saying if he speaks, his visa will be taken away. I don't really think that way, you know. I think that, you know, it is a very tricky subject. Very tricky subject. And that is why we are standing by to join former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward, to come onto the program tonight to address the situation in the sense, not to address the situation, what is his views on the situation, I should say. What is his views on the situation blooming or glooming in the Caribbean? What is going to happen? One of these days, are we going to get up, or maybe the Lord that God is sending a hurricane for this to really stop what is going on between Venezuela and the United States? We don't know. But are we going to get up one of these days and hear a breaking news that the airspace over the Caribbean waters is closed to commercial flights? Is that what we're going to hear? When you see the CIA venturing into Venezuela, ordered by the President of the United States, then you need to think that something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. And all of us in the Caribbean here must really ask the good God above that there should be some peaceful solution to this. Now, I do not know if the chairman of CARICOM, who is Jamaica's Prime Minister, is working behind the scene. I don't know if there was an emergency call today why he wasn't at the press conference addressing the Jamaican people pertaining to Tropical Storm Melissa. We don't know. Maybe there was. But at least the Prime Minister or the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade need to say something to the people of the Caribbean and the people of Jamaica. We're facing some serious problems. What will happen to the Petro-Carib deal? If the Petro-Carib deal start over with members of CARICOM benefiting from the Petro-Carib deal, what would Washington say? There are so many questions on our lips as Caribbean citizens. So many questions. And few answers to us as a people. Ambassador Ward is not the one going to give us the answers tonight. He's going to give us his views on it, what he thinks. We don't elect CARICOM chairman, sir. No one elect CARICOM chairman. Every country throughout the Caribbean has a turn as chairman. Mayor Motley the other day was, as Barbados Prime Minister, should become CARICOM chairman. It's Jamaica's turn. So the Prime Minister of Jamaica is now the chairman of CARICOM. And we don't hear anything from him at all. The silence of the Prime Minister, the silence of the CARICOM chairman is deafening. Very deafening. And we're hearing nothing from this Prime Minister, from this chairman. We're hearing nothing from him. But what to do? We only have to talk and see if something will come out of it, see if he will come out and speak. Yes, let me educate some people on the platform here. The chairman of CARICOM is not elected, well, not that I know of. What I know is that countries within CARICOM take turns to become chairman. It is Jamaica's turn now. And Andrew Holness, elected back as Prime Minister, is the chairman of CARICOM. Before the election, he was chairman. If it happened that Mark Golden had won the election, then Mark Golden would have become chairman of CARICOM. And I think the turn go for 6 months. I am not sure. I don't think the turn go for 6 months. It's more than that. The turn go for I don't remember. Let me not come here and give anybody any misinformation. But let me get a call coming into us here. Just a moment here, please. Good night, Sir Marsh. Marshy?
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Evening.
Evening, my brother.
The chairmanship of CARICOM is a round robin thing.
Yes.
It's like a round robin.
I know.
So, and anything for anybody they go boast about. But it's not hard to see and to know and to say the worst chairman of CARICOM is a man from Jamaica called Andrew Holness.
You know, I sit here and I ask the question time and time again as we await Ambassador Curtis Ward to come on. You hear nothing from this chairman at all, Marshy.
It's in a situation where it's not easy for him to tell any lie. And that's why he's silent. If it was something in Jamaica where they could jump up and tell a lie, you see, like how the different councils say them now get any money for drain cleaning and them thing there. Yeah, Desmond McKenzie to them here from some place at all. So I lie them I tell.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just remember that man is a liar, you know. I remember during the campaign, himself for the first time in many years, JUTC make a profit. which was a blasted lie. These guys only know how to tell lie, you know? Only know to tell lie and fool people where they can fool people. You see the situation because they walk out in Parliament today. where the man asks a question.
Let me say something about this. And I'm just waiting on Ambassador Ward to come on because I need to ask him about what he thinks about that too. The Minister of Water, Matthew Samuda, came to the Parliament and addressed the Parliament, and he said in his speech to the Parliament of Jamaica that he's speaking on the behalf of the Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie. Nobody can say he did not say that. He said that. So based on what he said in the Parliament, members of Parliament on the opposition side decided to ask him some questions about it.
Exactly, because he speaks on behalf of Desmond, so he must take the question on behalf of Desmond.
For some unknown reason, the Speaker of the House refused to allow members, Jamaican members of Parliament, the people's represented in the Parliament. She refused to allow them to ask the question. In the same breath, Damian Crawford get up, showed the paper that the minister was reading from. He has a copy of it.
Yes.
And said, stated that Minister Matthew Samuda is speaking on the behalf of Desmond McKenzie, who is the Minister of Government, who is overseas on personal business.
Yes.
All now, the Speaker of the House of Representatives hasn't addressed that,
Hey, listen, Jeffrey. We not disrespect women, right? We not disrespect, but that woman is a blasted jackass. Let's call us. It may sound harsh, but listen. When Warmington called the member from Southeast St. Mary, Ninkompu, the speaker said nothing about it. So when me call her jackass now, me know nobody say anything to me. I tell you the truth, and listen, show you all the people, the woman is like she talk out of what she sit on. Because when a man mention about contractors, they quickly shut down the man about contractors getting paid because that must go to other people. She sure you say them an idiot. The contractor where you are going to use when you have to drain cleaning, flooding and them things, they are going to need them contractor. Those men don't get no pay from the last time and the time before the last time. Right? What the man is saying now, how we going to confront these men because them not get any pay in this disaster and they refuse to take that question to say it have nothing to do with the storm will come. You see that the people them are idiots.
No, but hold on there, Marshy. Let me viewers and subscribers know who's listening to us from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. We are not drifting away from the topic that we have on tonight. We're just waiting on Ambassador Ward to come on.
Yes.
Tension between Venezuela and the United States. Former Jamaican
that's the name.
Will be speaking with us. What we're saying is this: if the Speaker of the House would allow, or did allow, the member from Central St. Mary, or wherever St. Mary it is, to ask the question, she would have understand where the man is coming from.
You tell us what you want to understand. You tell us what you want to understand.
The speaker came in yesterday or Tuesday with some rules to the House.
Yes.
And everybody sit there and listen to her. Now tell me something now. The Houses of Parliament is the People's House of Parliament. It is not for the Prime Minister or the Speaker or the Leader of the Opposition or any member of Parliament. It belongs to the people of Jamaica. Jamaica House belongs to the people of Jamaica. King's House belongs to the people of Jamaica. All broke down, dilapidated Bay Royal that they refuse to fix belongs to the people of Jamaica. So, if Matthew Samuda came to the Parliament and addressed the Parliament on an issue that is facing the country, where a tropical storm is facing the country, and he said he's speaking on the behalf of Desmond McKenzie, allow the members to ask the question of Matthew Samuda, then Minister Samuda get up and say, listen, I will forward these queries to the relevant minister. Although
as simple as that, Jeffrey.
Although I am representing him now, I can't give you an answer. For the speaker to be turning off the mic on the leader of the opposition and other members, it is rude and out of
She rude. And you see, she come to the parliament with a fixed position and trying to juxtapose the standing order. And then you have some little wimps and lackeys who run up and down and you stand in order because they are set of damn duns. They can't understand context. They are stupid. And that is why the JLP don't build any school from the time then they know, because they don't want the people to be educated. They want the people to remain dunce. And guess what? The speaker don't want certain questions to ask because certain question might ask.
I have been asking this question, though, you know. I have been asking this question. Isn't there, although they may have majority in the parliament now, isn't there a way that the opposition, along with the Jamaican people, can go to the Governor General and say to him, we do not want Mrs. Holness as Speaker of the House of Representatives? I don't know. I need a constitutional expert
to explain. No, Jeffrey. Yeah. Jeffrey. It's one way to get things done in Jamaica. It's by violent means. Block the road, start burn couple tires on the road, start do some violence. Well, I don't want it to be said that the station pushing violence. No, but it's one way it can be done. Yes. It's one way it can't be done by peaceful means. It will not be. Yes, I see. Yes, I take it easy. Good. Yeah, man, good.
Thank you. Good night, Ambassador Ward. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Pleasure.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Ambassador Ward, before we get into the nitty-gritty of Venezuela and the United States, I want to say, give me an input of what happened in the Parliament of Jamaica on Tuesday. Take on it.
You mean when the leader of the opposition led his party to walk out?
Yes, sir. Because the Speaker of the House won't allow the members to ask questions.
Look, I have been writing for the past several years.
Yes, sir.
About creeping autocracy in the governance of Jamaica. A lot of people have not been paying attention. But what you saw on Tuesday is an example of what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Members of the government with a parliament controlled by the wife of the prime minister, who is head of government, and head of the majority party in parliament, are acting in concert to deny the parliamentary process serving the people of Jamaica. It cannot continue like that. But we need civil society to step up and let their objections of this situation be heard. They have to put pressure on government leaders, in particular, the Prime Minister, the Speaker of the House, and the President of the Senate. It all rests with civil disobedience. But Jamaica seems to eschew that possibility, because I've seen so many opportunities for that have not been taken advantage of.
Wow. Good evening, Jamaica, the Caribbean, and listeners across the diaspora. Welcome once more to the Mek Wi Talk program, the voice of the people, the bridge between home and abroad, where we break down the issues that impact our lives in the region. Tonight, we track a serious and urgent topic, the tension between Venezuela and the United States. What does it mean for us in the Caribbean? And to help us unpack this, we have a man who is a former diplomat, former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward. Ambassador Ward, what do you think all is going to have on the Caribbean, sir? The tension between Venezuela and the United States.
Well, Jeffrey, it is moving beyond mere tension.
Yes, sir.
To a possible outright military conflict between the two countries. What we have seen so far is a military buildup in the region by the United States. And that is not limited by any stretch of the imagination to merely killing drug traffickers in what, as you know, I have termed extrajudicial killings.
Mm-hmm.
Drug traffickers who have not been clearly identified have been designated as terrorists, giving President Trump's administration the imprimatur to summary kill terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
He has called them unlawful combatants, mean he can use military forces to take them out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does all this mean for the Caribbean? As it currently stands, there's a threat to shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking here about merchant vessels and cruise ships, as well as leisure craft and fishermen.
Mm-hmm.
When missiles begin to fly in greater intensity, when Venezuela decides to respond with missiles of its own, I would offer this proposition. Nowhere in the Caribbean will be safe. Jamaica's tourism will be impacted. The international supply chain will be impacted. Food security will be threatened. And lives will be lost. I'll rest it at that.
Ambassador, the chairman of CARICOM is Jamaica's prime minister. And the silence of the chairman of CARICOM is very deafening. Wouldn't you say that, sir?
Yes. Let me say this.
Uh-huh.
The chairman of CARICOM, who is the prime minister of Jamaica this time, must step forward and lead on this issue. Cannot remain silent. Neither can the foreign minister of Jamaica, who is chair of COPCOR, which is the Council on Foreign Relations of CARICOM members, cannot sit back and be silent.
Mm-hmm.
They have to lead a regional response and not the tepid response we saw in the statement CARICOM put out last week. That statement did not go anywhere close to what it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even condemn extrajudicial killings in the region. And there's no unity in CARICOM, as you can see from the actions of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who was not a part of CARICOM's statement. As tepid and timid as that statement was. So we are seeing developments in the region, which are tearing the region apart. Can we recover from it? Perhaps. But it may take years for rebuilding trust among CARICOM members. It may take years. You know,
yes,
the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is naive to say she's putting Trinidad first. There is no space whatsoever in America's first foreign policy of the Trump administration for putting Trinidad first. It's not going to happen. It's not even wishful thinking. It's naive to even think it.
You know, Ambassador, I'm not telling you to look into the mind of Andrew Holness. Could you? I don't know if I'm asking a stupid question here, but do you know why the Prime Minister is so silent?
That's a $64 million question. How can anyone who considers themselves a leader, not only of a country like Jamaica, but leader of the Caribbean community, in these troubling times, be silent? How? How do you rationalize silence in the face of such adversity, in the face of such impending threats, the regional stability, the regional security, to the economics of the countries, including the country of which you are the leader of government? How can you be silent? But you have a dual responsibility. Jamaica is a proud country and one who has never feared standing up to bullies and giants. Jamaica has never backed away from that. And no one is advocating for confrontation with the United States. If you have a grasp of diplomatic statecraft, you can approach these issues in a way as not to appear to be taking sides between the United States and Venezuela. You can deal with the threat to the region and the actions which are in violation of international law without taking sides and pointing fingers.
Ambassador Ward, do you think that the Prime Minister should at least call for a summit and maybe get in contact with former Ambassador Curtis Ward or maybe former Ambassador Luma Samba or somebody within the diplomatical realms of diplomacy and see if they can reach out to the Americans and say, hey, we want to talk?
Jeffrey, that would be wishful thinking. That aside, the Prime Minister and his Foreign Minister must lead a CARICOM delegation to a meeting either at the Prime Ministerial level with President Trump or at the Foreign Minister's level with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, to express in person and not by a statement on paper exactly what this conflict means or could mean to the entire Caribbean region and to each of these countries individually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the economies of most Caribbean countries rest heavily on the safety of tourists in the region,
Indeed.
rest heavily on cruise ships, rest heavily on access to the international supply chain, because all of these countries are importers of food, capital goods, and consumer items.
Mm-hmm.
Any activity in the region that will disrupt those flows will adversely affect the region, not only in its security, but in its economic stability.
Mm-hmm. Ambassador Ward, when it comes on to the Petro-Carib deal that many CARICOM nation has with Caracas, what do you think would happen? Or maybe is it because they have such deal with Caracas that they're afraid to approach the Americans the way they're supposed to?
No, because any benefit of meeting with the US officials to bring about peace between Nicaragua and the United States.
Venezuela.
Sorry. Yeah, between Venezuela and the United States.
Yes.
Will inure to the benefits of Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a beneficiary of Petro-Carib, you should want to see Venezuela at peace. Because the very program on the Petro-Carib is also threatened. And there's no replacement for it.
Mm-hmm. So Ambassador Ward, when you look on the whole situation with is it Guyana and Venezuela, wherein the Americans are saying to Venezuela, you touch an inch of Guyana, you will be paying consequences for that. Is it that Venezuela need to want to take over that part of Guyana? Why all of this thing is going on now? Is it because of that, or is it because there is truly a drug trafficking ring going through the Caribbean? And why is it that maybe the Prime Minister of Jamaica can't say anything, because Jamaica has had some drugs running or some drugs trafficking going through Jamaica, where thousands and billions of dollars of drugs have been found at airports in Jamaica, and you hear nothing more about
it? Well, you have raised a number of related issues. First of all, what is happening now has nothing to do with Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different issue. That is not a conflict. It's a disagreement over territory. There is no conflict yet. I'm not ruling out the possibility of conflict in the future, but there's no conflict at the moment. The issue is before the International Court of Justice, and there's a framework agreement to resolve this issue. Even though the Maduro government has not signed on to this avenue of resolution.
Mm-hmm.
The other issue that you raised had to do, I believe, with the threats themselves.
Yes.
Against alleged drug traffickers. I say alleged because no evidence has been provided by the US government to show that these are indeed drug traffickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, a blanket designation of 8 criminal gangs as foreign terrorist organizations has transformed drug trafficking into narco-terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there is no proof. And even if there's proof that they are drug traffickers, there is nothing under US domestic law or international law which sanction extrajudicial killings of drug traffickers. Nothing in either US domestic law or any international law
Mm-hmm.
to convert drug traffickers for extrajudicial killings. It's immoral, it is wrong. Moreover, the Trump administration, in declaring war on drug traffickers, calling them foreign terrorist organizations,
Yes.
an extension of the war on terrorism, is taking military action in the region in contravention of US law.
Mm-hmm.
The War Powers Act requires that while the US president may take immediate action to protect the United States from imminent attack,
Yes.
once such action is taken, and of course there's no imminent attack here, but once such action is taken, the president is obligated to justify those actions to the Congress. And the Congress will have, I believe, up to 60 days to grant approval to such action.
Mm-hmm.
But the president has not briefed the Congress on his actions. Is it that he cannot justify them before Congress? Or is it that he's just flouting the law? Either way, cannot be entertained.
Ambassador Ward, can you explain the geopolitical landscape? US sanctions Nicolas Maduro government and its global ally, Russia and China. Russia and China is a friend of Nicolas Maduro, friend of Venezuela. Do you believe that all of this is going on now? And if there should be a war, you believe Russia and China will get involved in this?
Let me start by saying, a friend is a friend is a friend. What I mean by that is, you may have a friend during good times, but when you need that friend to come to your rescue,
yes,
maybe a completely different matter. We must recognize that while both China and Russia and Iran are very friendly to Nicolas Maduro's government, they also have their special interests, which do not necessarily coincide with Maduro's interests. They are going to weigh what it is do they have to lose in a confrontation with the United States over Maduro, which is thousands of miles away from their shores. I know some analysts are playing that possibility up that going against Maduro, we're going against Russia and China and Iran. I don't believe that to be the case. Certainly they will provide Maduro with weapons as they have already done, but don't expect military forces of any of these countries to become engaged against the United States military forces. Certainly not in Venezuela, in the Caribbean, or anywhere in the Americas.
In all of this, Ambassador Ward, you believe that if CARICOM don't step up to the plate and have a peace summit, in all of this, you believe that President Trump may put sanction on Jamaica and other countries?
Well, so far they haven't done anything to gain the ire of the president. And asking for a meeting to discuss the issues which U.S. actions impact on Jamaica and the region's security, whether economic or otherwise. To seek meeting to discuss those issues should not in any way create a situation where the U.S. would punish them. As a matter of fact, the U.S. should welcome such dialogue from regional leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And I use the word dialogue very carefully. Regional leaders cannot dictate to the United States what the United States should or should not do. But in this discussion, they will say to the United States, while you are pursuing your interests, you are destroying ours. Nothing wrong with that. That need to be said. And it need to be said not on a piece of paper, but in in-person meetings, where body language means something to match the dialogue.
Do you believe, Ambassador Ward, that Holness and CARICOM may be having meetings behind closed door pertaining to what is going on with the Americans?
Let me put it this way. If they're not having meetings, they are derelict in their duties. They should be having meetings. They should be discussing this at the highest level. And a position must be worked out at the foreign minister's level that can bring all CARICOM members on board.
You know,
the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is pursuing fool's gold if they think they can go it alone against the United States. If they think the United States is going to embrace them and give them what they want, that is not how the United States operates. When the United States sees how weak you are, not only in your economic and military strength, but in your moral strength, the United States will take full advantage of you. Full advantage.
Ambassador Ward, if CARICOM headed by the chairman, I'm going to ask this question a different way. Maybe I don't ask it before. If CARICOM heads should call on you to be a negotiator in all of this, would you accept it?
I am always willing to serve my country and the region in whatever capacity that I have the capabilities to serve. But right now, CARICOM needs to seek advice from a group of people, including myself, on a way forward. So no one person has all the answers. I don't have all the answers. There are others who have as much experience as I have, or even more, who could have a significant input in charting a course forward. Bring us together. Give us an opportunity to provide you with some advice. Not just me, but others who have the ability to contribute.
With regional security at a risk and so high, Ambassador Ward, one would think that, CARICOM leaders will call on other, not only you alone, as you said, but, retired FBI agent Wilfred Radigan and others to come to the table and sit down and say, hey, and other people within CARICOM, because there's a lot of people within CARICOM who has security expertise and diplomatical expertise who can come to the table and sit and talk. And why is it that they don't want to have these people around the table, their own nationals? Is it because they're too proud, or is it because the arrogancy of one person who's the chairman of CARICOM?
It's not just one person. It's an arrogance that is found among several of CARICOM heads. I can't tell them who to ask for advice. I can offer my own. I can continue to write in the Ward Post or the Gleaner. I can continue to speak on radio, on programs like yours, and hopefully they will listen. They don't have to come to me specifically, but you have asked some very pertinent questions today. And I've tried to give some pertinent answers.
Yes.
Maybe they should go and review your YouTube page.
I don't think they would, Ambassador Ward, because I don't think they really like Jeffrey Tavares and the Mek Wi Talk program at all, especially the government of Jamaica.
But they would be wise to listen to reason, to listen to sound advice. I don't think they like me either. Hey, but I'm not in this thing to gain fans.
Yes, true.
I'm in it to provide an opinion, to give them my perspectives based on my long years of experience and knowledge. It's a shame to have such resources being wasted. So there's a point to what you're recommending.
Yes.
We have resources across the diaspora and across the Caribbean region, but they are not being utilized in a sensible way, in a productive way, in a way that can help individual countries and the region as a whole.
Ambassador Ward, I am not going to keep you long tonight because I want you to come back.
Well, you have exhausted just about everything I could possibly talk about. and I must commend you for your questions.
Thank you.
And for pushing me in that direction. When you indicated that you're going to be discussing a number of issues,
yes,
I had no idea where this discussion would go.
So is myself, sir.
Or whether I would be equipped to respond to anything you threw at me. But I think we have managed to get through it.
Yes, indeed. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ambassador Ward. Every time you come on this program here, I have learned from you, and any question I throw at you, sir, you're always capable of answering the questions. You never back down and say, no, I can't answer that one. You always try to answer any question I throw at you, sir.
Well, I hope I've answered them correctly.
Yes, you have. Ambassador, but before I let you go, sir, I want to ask you something here, though. Let's go back home to Jamaica. The recent election in our country, your take on it, wherein you hear so many, although here's a can't go law according to a when here's a can't go law, but you hear so many things about the election, sir, and so many Jamaicans are disgruntled about the election, especially the one that happened in the Prime Minister's constituency. The numbers don't look right, and for the Prime Minister to be awarding Glassbell Brown with Jamaica's highest award. Your take on that, sir?
No, you are trying to get me to say that the results of the election may have been corrupted. I am not prepared to say that because I don't know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, I've heard rumors and rumors. And sometimes in Jamaica, they say, what no goes up is near so.
Indeed.
But I don't believe that anything that took place could have changed the outcome of the election.
Yes.
The Jamaican people had an opportunity to come out and vote. They had an opportunity to choose their representatives. They made some good decisions, they made some bad decisions. And they are choosing representatives not on the basis of their qualifications and in defense of their own self-interest, but they are choosing representatives on the basis of party affiliation.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, go further. Party affiliation in Jamaica is tantamount to being described as tribalism.
Mm-hmm.
And if one party puts up a mad dog to be an MP, those who are rabidly in support of that party would vote for that mad dog.
Mm.
Even if that mad dog will bite them.
Isn't that a sad state of affairs in our country, Ambassador?
It is. But that is the reality that we face. And we have to change that mindset, that culture of division.
Yes.
We have to work to change that. And over the next few years, I hope I'm strong enough and influential enough to bring about some of those changes.
Indeed. Ambassador Curtis Ward, former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, attorney at law. Speak to us about the hurricane coming to our people, especially in South St. Elizabeth, where it's going to get the brunt of every single thing. My heart goes out to the people down there.
I am so happy that you raised that subject because I'm really quite worried about what it would mean for South Coast Jamaica, in particular, South St. Elizabeth. The last hurricane,
Beryl,
did a tremendous amount of damages to Treasure Beach and its environs.
Yes.
And this storm, which is developing into a hurricane, and will likely be a hurricane by the time it gets to Jamaica, could wreak some of the same damages, even if not doing damages to the extent that Beryl did, but certainly flooding
Yes.
Because with heavy rains falling over a period of time, the soil is soft. There can be no more runoff, so it runs on the surface of the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And trees are easily upplanted because the roots are anchored in a morass instead of solid ground. Heavy rainfall is as bad as heavy winds, especially when those rainfalls fall over time.
Ambassador Ward.
And I wish the people of Jamaica and South St. Elizabeth the best.
Indeed.
And I hope God gives them the resilience that they need to survive this.
Ambassador Ward, thank you for your insight. Thank you for coming on the program tonight, sir. And for you to teach us. We have learned a lot from you. And I just want to say to you, sir, as usual, don't be a stranger to the Mek Wi Talk program. And for those who want to hear more about Ambassador Ward, he has a YouTube channel that name The Ward Post. And one of these days, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask his permission to use one of his posts that he put up on this program here. Because Jamaicans, we can learn a lot from this career diplomat, a son of the soil, a Jamaican who is well respected all over the place. He may not be respected in his own country, Jamaica, which of that he is, but some people in the halls of parliament, let me not go down that road tonight because some time ago, it was year before last, I got really upset. I'm not going down that road tonight. But I want to say thanks to Ambassador Ward. And for those who wanted to go over to the Ward Post on YouTube, go over there, like, share, and subscribe. He does not come live. Maybe he does something about that all the time. Go over there and you can listen to what he has to say. I am going to bring some of his program on my channel here that you all can go over there and listen to him. Ambassador Curtis Ward, thank you for coming in, sir.
You're most welcome. Anytime.
Thank you very much. That is Ambassador Curtis Ward, former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, who came on our program this evening to speak to us about the conflict between Venezuela and the United States and what CARICOM is doing. The Jamaican Prime Minister, who's the chairman of CARICOM, is silent. Not a word from him. As my grandmother would say, Kananapong. Nothing from him. This has been Mek Wi Talk. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tavares. Remember, knowledge is power. And we always have to talk. So Mek Wi Talk. I don't know if I should stay on to get any telephone calls because I know sometimes you all want to call in. Marshy, if you're still listening, you can call back in and can talk some more about the issue with going on in the parliament. We can talk some more about that. We can take your calls about this too. So the numbers to call in is 954-529-8030. That's 954-529-8030. A very interesting program tonight, I must say myself, with former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward. He's also an attorney at law, a son of the soil of Jamaica. Good night, Mek Wi Talk, you're live.
Good night, Jeffrey. Good night. Big up, big up.
Hey, Miss P, what's going on? How you doing? How things with you?
Well, with this time I come, me prepare feet, you know, but me grab one, me hand, I hurt me, know what to me hand. Just can't use it, but right up at the shoulder blade, but so you go, me now. Could be all age, anything, that's no problem. Still I give God thanks.
Indeed.
Hey, upon the topic away, yeah, so with the Caribbean, the man,
Yes,
Prime Minister.
yes.
Jeffrey, No, me not go to university, you know. So me in a long talk, you know. Our prayer is simple 1-2. Our prime minister compromise. And that's it. That's in our chapter. If you look right, Makajokim. If you look left, Makajokim. If you go up, Makajokim. If you go down, Makajokim. So all we have to do is keep on a low profile.
Yes.
Can put himself there, so. Him becomes a cheese between the bun. Simple as that. And the thing now, people, not only him, in spirit of the prime ministership, but there are some people see some job and the job and run go take the job, run down to get power and fame, but they don't know the intricacy of the job and west it brings sometimes. Sometimes you see some people out there work, you know, they have that pressure about them as CEO and them at this, they have that stress. In some other different part, because to be a prime minister is not an easy job. I've never been one, I mean, I've never been none. But me, the fool, me watch, me listen, me observe, and me watch other politics. I know it's not easy. Because look, I look bad now. Jamaica used to be the head of CARICOM. Not said all the while, but we always be the, if we not talk to Jamaica, nothing can go through. Remember Michael Manley, PJ Patterson, they used to have this CARICOM meeting all the while. Them come in, go, them come, and they have them business and them do them thing. This is a prime minister, you know, see my gun away, you know, here, you see saying with election, you know, see no prime minister from down in the island come welcome him now, not all. So you see, Jamaica just march right up. In a whole aspect, Jamaica crumble. It's just the mercy of God. I see if we Jamaica crumble, Jamaica no respect no where then go again, especially the younger one, Jeffrey. We are come behind me. If Andrew one is thinking bad, making a talk, say F, F against Trump. Honestly, we have me.
He's not talking against Trump, you know. What he needs to do.
But he can't talk. He said Trump, he can't say nothing. He not talking Trump. All my say, boy, it's not right. And we have a dialogue and where you can't say nothing, you just can't say nothing. Because if he says something, and hungry visa can go.
There is a press release from the Office of the Most Honorable PJ Patterson ON, OCC, OEKC.
All right.
What?
ON, Arab Nation.
Yes. Our Caribbean space, a zone of peace. It's a long statement. And those who sign on to this statement is Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Lucia. And in Jamaica, you have Bruce Golding and PJ Patterson, St. Lucia's Dr. Kenny Anthony. They have signed on to this. And I think this is, let me see something. It's a long, long thing. I can't read it. It's a very long thing here.
Send it to me.
I will. I must thank Ambassador Curtis Ward for sending me this. It's a statement by, and it's a statement coming out of the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Percival James Noel Patterson, ON, OCC, OEKC, former MP.
Oh, God.
I will send this out to you. It's a long statement here.
We spend time on media and get knowledge and share it with me, little boy.
Long statement here from the former Prime Minister of Jamaica. Read the tension between Venezuela and the United States. You know, Prime Minister Patterson came out swinging and saying that the Caribbean is a zone of peace. Not a zone of war, but a zone of peace. Mama, Miss P. Miss P, your take and because you know we speak about the topic was about the rising tension between Venezuela and the United States. Where Ambassador Ward came on and speak to us about that. But Mama P, when you listen to all of what Ambassador Ward said, and the silence, the deafening silence from Jamaica's Prime Minister, you're taking
that me I tell you, that me I said Jeffrey, he can't say nothing at all. All right, let me tell you the truth. Me that Jamaica, me follow them and watch them. Our Prime Minister right now is under some pressure. Not even the Parliament, the man not there. The man under some pressure, and the pressure when he put himself under is the power and greed. Put him in the spot where him there. Power and greed. That put him in the spot where him there right now. So he can stand up as a Prime Minister and defending territory. He can't do it. He's not hungry visa. Them talk about visa. I know hungry visa. Them know with them the nastiness. You know, and if you ever say kekem, and Trump ever hear you say kekem, you know where go.
You know, Miss P, as you touch on that, I didn't want to put Ambassador Ward in any or on the spot or anything like that. I was gonna ask Ambassador Ward that in all what is going on in Jamaica, the alleged corruption by this government, if he thinks that the Americans are watching and because of that, Coolness is afraid to have a dialogue with the Americans.
America watch and America no longer watch. America see. Watch a one. But what you see when you watch, then see and then know. So I'm only watching. All right. Me navigate the internet today by the hurricane and the press brief where they have must see somewhere tongue the man must see Prime Minister office where they have.
Yes.
Me see it on Fox. Me see it on Fox News.
Yeah, they took it, they bring it live.
That to tell you, say, I tell all of the dons back them, say, whatever happened at Jamaica, them have the agent, you have to put it out.
But not only
so whatever they capture.
Not only that, BBC has reporters in Jamaica posted in Jamaica,
That is it.
They live in Jamaica.
And yes. So they say everything in plane now will crash. And gone, and people come up a plane and gone. They have that all of those things. And them have the mechanism now to track that plane. What time he land at Jamaica and track this body plane lift up from. They know everything. It's not back in the days, Jeffrey, when me born with back lamp and PD wall in a back. Because if you report say a plane, if you report say a plane drop at Jamaica at 10 o'clock, them have got to check your radar. Them have them to look which plane and where to come from, and then know. So it's not like them don't know. But as them say, America no drink their food, eat their food when it's hot.
No, they do not.
They make it cold.
And not only right? That, Miss P, I think Jamaica must look and think. America is in the backyard of Jamaica now. They're saying that they're going off of drugs. Here, the word drugs. Traffickers. Jamaica has had, and the former President Joe Biden said that Jamaica, I'm paraphrasing here now, not quoting him exactly.
Yeah, it come out, yeah.
Jamaica is a transshipment hub for drugs.
Yes.
And
look how much drugs.
They find how much drugs at Ian Fleming's International Airport, how much cocaine,
that
how
is
much
it.
ganja, how much this, how much that.
That is it.
Do not be surprised if the Americans won't come in and say, okay, we have enough, I want to do.
All right. I look into this too. I was watching a news, foreign American news.
Yes.
And this man, there's a man with a kill a lady, 40 odd years. He kill the girl. And you know, say in the coffee shop and buy a drink and buy a coffee or whatever, smoothie, whatever. And a cup where he use and drink your water. Where he use and arrest him and find say him and arrest him.
Not in Jamaica though.
You know see? No, in America, recently since we can.
America, but I'm just saying to you, America, no care how long it takes for you to find a criminal, they will find you. Look on that blind girl that went missing. Gone without a trace, this girl Dean, blind girl from the University of the West Indies. Until you hear nothing about her. Not a word you hear about her.
But not even that. Look what happened to young Jaden Smith.
There you go.
And you know, you're hungry, your son like a blogger. So them just take him like a football. So that me just stop listening. Because every time I look at the little boy. Yeah, that is it. So me educate myself and learn, listen, observe, and listen competent people.
Yeah.
So now because now they're not listening because once they start to chat and you find that they're not going away, you just cut. Because they don't talk, we get views and hypes. You know work that way. Me want to educate myself. Educate and learn something. The little boy is missing. I mean, I hear JCF or something. I hear Children Association or what they call them or something. I hear nobody or something money black at them. Not now one woman missing knows that Uganda, Africa said them are going to walk out tomorrow. But in Africa inside there. I mean, they catch so good. I miss it in one man put up here.
They're going to walk out where?
When there's a walk, and a real walk out, we don't catch coming as those there. Okay. If a girl say, are you Uganda, she have to do it from. Some men, we don't catch it good.
About the baby man missing in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, it could youth. It could be it's 12-year-old.
But one must ask a question, because I've been here, I heard some things. I can't prove it. Somebody called me, I think, or somebody hear it, and that the baby whose foot was broken or something of the sort, the mother came to Jamaica.
Yeah. Yes.
And when the mother come to Jamaica, the little boy went missing.
Right. So till right now, them have here say the principal is Manchester High and whatever all type of mix up. So me don't know what they put it. Me not hear from the JCF. Me not hear from children advocate. Me not I've cut out how they call them. Me don't know. Me not hear nothing from them. And it told it tell me because I can't watch it. You see, every time I look at it, I look at my little son. The little boys look like my son the time when he's small, big man now. When he's small, same way my little son look, you know. And it just make my belly hurt me. He just look innocent, bright, shade like my little son. Anyway, my son a big man now. It just bring back some memory. And it just terrible. You know, say two pick me around. And one drop and broke, foot out broke, whichever and broke a picnic. And then people just missing action and you are say hey, you are say B, you are say C, and everybody say all type of different things.
One of the
and
students,
people just are using to get views.
One of the students here on the Mek Wi Talk program saying that LA Lewis is doing a march tomorrow in Manchester.
I think I showing this.
Yeah.
I mean, I must something like that.
Well, let's hope the rain don't dampen that they can go out and you know. But I am being told that the mother is back into the little baby mother is back in the United States.
I read that I'm here saying come back again. So you see me I didn't know what you say, you follow them, they make you tell lie. Because some say you fly without clothes and in Gardi, the principal house got changed clothes and beard and the principal because away them say away the man they say that are the girl's stepfather. In talk your time up, me I tell L.A. Lewis that. That's L.A. Lewis asked him, say, oh, you know. So, me say, it contrary. Yeah, me already know what it is.
I hope people understand why Jeffrey Tavares on the Mek Wi Talk program. If I can't prove something, I don't bring it on my program.
That is it. So. That is the reason why I only watch a few who know. The one who have credible information. Because if you follow them, you tell lie. Right. So, the man say, a girl in there, so that me I watch one clip where L.A. Lewis turned to him and said, How you know say she did this way she gonna go change her fresh up and you feel there so. I mean just come and fight because it irritate my spirit. And then me see one put out say one whole man or whole woman find a little boy in body in a bush while. Me not even click.
You know something, I am gonna say something on this program tonight, and I didn't want to do it. But I'm gonna do it. You see, we Jamaicans will bring our own fellow Jamaicans and dash them in the uttermost part of hell. You know why I said that, Miss P? There was an incident circulating on social media with Right Mango.
With Right Mango, yes. Oh God,
and
man.
the way how me see Jamaicans describe her, they don't know nothing about her. I find her to be a very nice individual. I've spoken to her more than once, and I don't know anything too much about her. But for us as Jamaicans to be tearing down your fellow Jamaican, honestly.
And it tell all that tear them come down now from nationwide. Them first, them can them first plaster. And when them plaster, them no mixing material good. So a plaster drop off. Because them put this the woman teeth in thing. And that's why they have your plug and label the woman PMP vlogger. So people start to run with it now. So for you put the PMP, prominent PMP vlogger, get caught to bust his teeth in the US, he just run. And when you take a stack of one little traffic ticket, but because America and Jamaica have two different laws, and then just run with it. So the labor right them now, labor right there with follow clip use, then just run with it. And see them talk when they find the truth.
You know, I sit here many times, Miss B, and I said to myself, if anything, God forbid, should happen, it's not hear me though.
Of course. I thought them business. You know, yeah, Emily, she say, you get a reward and a God give. The young God will give my bro God. See, they haven't listened.
Hey. Listen, I honestly, I never know Emily Shields to be batting for a political party until the recent election. But I used to listen to her.
I used to listen to her from so long, from way back when. But it's when she started to show her true bias.
She deserves to get the order she get, man. She
not deserve nothing. She not deserve. You know why?
You know who don't deserve it, Miss P? Is the Minister of Health who presided over 24 dead babies in this country. He doesn't deserve what he got. He doesn't deserve it.
He not deserve it. Emily Shield not deserve it. Glassford Brown not deserve it. And the reason why I say Emily Shield don't deserve it, let me tell you my opinion. Emily Shield is a loved person, and people used to look up to her. It doesn't matter what color you support in the political arena. You are a Jamaican. Call a spade, and do not try to flip nothing when you see it's not going the right way. It doesn't matter. If Mark Golding do something that is wrong, and everybody want to wear PMP, and if Mark Golding not doing something, do something that is wrong, we must can tell him, say, Mark G, that is wrong. That no, he not yet, we don't support that. But whatever Mr. Holness, they say them agree, no problem. Whatever Mr. Holness and in cabinet do, and it is wrong. There is none of them to counteract you and say, no, Mr. Prime Minister, I know say it wrong. So he continue to do it and see his party in fall, you know. No matter what, Jeffrey, you love your wife to your heart. You love your auntie. You love your mother to your heart. And if you see your mother, when you see your mother where she bring you come here, and you see a mommy do something that is wrong, you must have the testitude and the back to say, mommy, that is wrong. You are going down the wrong road. It is not supposed to be done like that. Mommy, we say, cut your feet first, but you look at yourself and do it. But everything Mr. Holness do what is wrong, the PSOJ and the people them support him in a wrong and continue to support him. And see when he find himself, you know, with him back against the wall, who are going to take him out? None of them who are supporting cannot take him out. Not one of them. He come like it's Satan and say intent you, but he not fool you. Intent you, but he not force you.
Let me say something to you, Miss P. You see me? If I have a friend, let me say this. Wilfred Rattigan is a friend of mine. Very good friend of mine. And if I do something wrong, and Wilfred Rattigan can't tell me, say me wrong, me, I'm not friend.
That is it.
And
if them not tell me some wrong,
and I can't tell, say, Will, you know, say wrong, then I'm not his friend. You must can be able to tell a person when they're wrong that they're wrong. If my wife does something wrong, and me can't tell her she's wrong, then me say me no love her. And if she can't tell me, Jeffrey, you're wrong. Which of that I can tell you one thing. My wife is a plain and straightforward woman. And when me wrong, me wrong.
Of course you're wrong. Because all the country I lead now, you have persons in the Labour Party, Jeffrey, where in politics, even before Mr. Holness. All right, it is a privilege to be the Prime Minister. Happy for him. But they must look at him and tell him, say, what you are doing is wrong, sir. And stand up to him. But them just make him be a king, a god, a governor.
Because all of them, Miss P, they are embedded with the same sort of corruption, Miss P. And they will never tell the person that they're wrong because they are wrong too. And what they do is to hug up each other with all the corruption and all the lies and make it a day for themselves where they can continue doing it. The Jamaican people have spoken. They put back in Mr. Holness there as Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister elect those who was there as ministers before in the same positions, and they put in some new ministers. At the end of the day, the Jamaican people have spoken. Whether they TV the election, yes or no, the people of Jamaica have spoken.
All right. Look on Tuesday night parliament. We watch it. We sit down and we watch the parliament, you know. Thank God for you. We watch the parliament, pine your program. We sit down and nothing say, young lad watch me observe. You know, so with all of the procedure with Juliet Holness born with fly green. If me have a little more power, it would have tell Juliet Holness you're foolish, Madu.
Yes, because
we watching body language.
Yes, body language.
We watch fly green back. Yeah? When I tell when you wake up and him say, you get up. And like it pressure the body and him say, that is the so make this after go so. But you can't know.
Yes.
Say in himself. He know. He feel it. But in your hand that regime, I'm probably not part of when can't just start. Even when you man lock off the mic from the opposition.
Yes.
We will tell you say, fly green body language. We don't know him no drop down, or him no heart, no bust night tongue. Him have pressure. And I was looking for Babsy Green to get up and say, Madam Speaker, this is not how it operates. Please give them time to talk. It's not all of them unite up to it, but I don't know what they swear to or what they do. Why then just have to Muslim themselves to serve one man?
That is why you know, this Tavares couldn't go in the parliament. Because more than get up in. Me when I get up in, that's what I have to say and walk out.
Well, me I tell you the truth. If me choose it, when in lock off, me don't know if all I saw them up at JDF would have come. But parliament would have mash up. Because me no hungry talk, me attack some dangerous word and me I do action to me not care. The first thing them offer, the first thing me know me I take up, I'm this when call me. Me I do like the people them up the next turn. Yes. Me I do it. Because what? All right, Jeffrey, you live America. You are doing business out here. I have something to do out here. You call me and say, Miss P, you know, so and so and so, I want you to do so and so for me. Can you do it? The first thing I go ask you, how is the operation? How it be done?
Right.
What if you do? And so before you go in a parliament and take up a job, you must know the constitution.
But hold on, Miss P. Hold on a minute there. When Matthew Samuda went to the parliament to address the parliament, because the speaker said statement by ministers, Matthew Samuda got up and he started speaking. In the last part of his speech, he said, I am speaking on the behalf of Desmond Mackenzie, local government minister who is overseas and personal business. Listen to it. So the question that was asked by the PNP members is because Matthew Samuda said he's speaking on the behalf of the local government minister. So what the speaker should have done is say to the member from St. Mary, ask your question. Allow him to ask the question. Let Matthew Samuda get up and said, listen, I can't answer that question, but what I will do, I will pass it on to Minister Mackenzie for him to address that. He then call you personally and talk to you about it, or he address it as a press conference. Simple. The Speaker of the House refused to give opposition members any leeway to ask any question. And she's rude and obnoxious, and she has no behavior. When she cut the mic on the leader of the opposition, she's rude and out of order.
And even when the man take up his same paper and I read it from it, you're going to look for the man and tell if he haven't seen. But the problem where them have is like them who on the parliament, they have too much hype.
And this is what I'm saying to you. Same way they have a bully named Warmington. The People's National Party must grow some balls and have a bully in there to bully them back.
The first thing them to do is take out the mic system out of parliament. Take out this mic system where you turn off mic and this.
But other parliaments around the world have it.
All right, anytime you want to talk in the parliament and then I want to talk, don't sit down. Come out and turn up in the center of parliament. And say, me now move so till you turn on the pipe. Oh, you have to turn on the mic.
And listen to me.
And make noise in there. Because I'm not fit them yard.
Even if they call them marshal to put them out.
The marshal, they have to go put out the mama. If you come before me, I say, go put out your mama, your papa. And I tell you something, you see? Oh.
And I tell you something,
Marshal.
I tell you something, If they go in, listen for me. I tell you something, Miss P. You see, the PNP should go into the center of the parliament and say, listen, we're not moving until I put on back the mic. And we start making noise in there. And if they start get marshal to take us out and bring in police, then you don't see crowds start gather around parliament.
Yes, and that they want.
Because Jamaicans will say no man. And they'll go down there. I don't know.
And going forward, I know some knowledge because I know Ghana University. But there must be a way to take out Gillette owners and Speaker House. The PNP must be, they must find a way to take out that woman out of the house as Speaker of the House. There must be a way.
She has because her party has majority, but there got to be a way. There got to be a way. I'm gonna find out.
There must be a way because they have 20 years. And I like when they have 14. There must be a way you can't talk to me. Have your seat. Sit down. We are speaking to her.
And she can't speak.
All of them is an elected member of parliament. And they need answers to go back and tell them people. And then people will watch them. What do you think people vote for? Huh? Me becomes a member of parliament, hurricane a come. That will show all the people in now heart, you know. Remember, you know, a disaster, you know. A disaster come, and the people want to know what will happen. That they can get help to save lives. That they want to know. And because they know they owe the contractor, they don't want nobody to know. The man have it bad because you owe the contractor them and they refuse to work. Or you get a new set of contractor, or you go pay them, make them continue to do the work. Or you give them part away if you give them. I don't simple like that, no Jeffrey. I don't know hard. Simple like that.
And you know something to
and you have bully people.
You know something, Miss P? Any other modern democracy, the governor of Jamaica would have called and suspend the parliament. Any other modern democracy. You'd have called
something have to done, man. Something, and before so the PMP, if you go to the general, the governor general, he's supposed to have a say. He's supposed to have a say.
Me not ask constitutional lawyers about this because this.
I can't be, yeah, because we're not so bright, so make me find out. But something have to be done.
Yes.
You remember, so we have young university children, high school children, and watch children where I say, may I be a politician, want to be the prime minister. And I saw from when we go and watch all them, want to be a police, want to be a nurse, want to be, if I be uniform, you say, hello, boy, look.
I wonder.
You have younger.
I wonder, Miss P, if it's some Mrs. Solis run our house.
No, you tell, no, and I say, Ronnie, listen me. See how you dance, you got abroad. If you imagine when doing a, right, a parliament in a way, it'll run all over the world. And you have beef, so imagine going to behind closed door, what boxing box down for you, if you talk. So just what I like, no?
Because
that's behind closed door.
Listen to me. It's the first place or the first home I hear of a bomb threat. There's no squad, there's no bomb technician, there's no ambulance, there's no fire brigade. He is the prime minister and also the minister of defense. You don't see no JDF helicopter nowhere. You don't see you don't see black off nowhere because there's a bomb threat.
A plane where America use and the bomb when him see one. There one plane where America use and the bomb Swiss Canada.
The F-16
or whatever. The next time I want to go drop up there. The next time.
Miss P, behave yourself. Miss P, behave yourself. Where does send it? How is it?
If a bomb threat.
You have a bomb threat. There is no members of the JDF, no ambulance, no fire brigade, no. They didn't evacuate nobody up there. Take off a bunch of idiots.
They take idiots. Take one rubbish one. But me not feel like a prime minister happy still. But Mr. Prime Minister, you have a prime minister, and I give you a message. Whatever it is, take it easy. Make the chip lie where it fall. If you do good, you shall reap good, and if you do bad, you will reap bad. So just take it easy. Which is say you're not happy. You're not a happy man. I don't know what you do, but you're not happy. But talk to God. Anyway, Jeffrey, I'm back at class.
All right, Miss P, me no go off now. Just want to say to the people of Jamaica, this thing is threatening to us. Please take it seriously. Yeah?
Rain. Plug in the phone, Kaka, and soon go.
Yes. All right, Miss P, we'll talk. I am asking everyone, both home and abroad, our Jamaicans in Jamaica, please do not take this thing lightly. Take it seriously. Take it seriously. Because what is going on right now You know, beloved island.
This is going to be our next major hurricane. Some of the models are even pushing it towards a Cat 4 or even a Cat 5 over the course of the weekend. So it will undergo rapid intensification, and it looks like Jamaica will feel the brunt of that major hurricane strength as the storm will be just south of the island there as a Category 4 heading into the start of your upcoming work week with those strong hurricane force winds outlined here within that shade of red. Now, this is going to be our next major hurricane. Some of the models are even pushing it towards a Cat 4 or even a Cat 5 over the course of the weekend. So it will undergo rapid intensification, and it looks like Jamaica will feel the brunt of that major hurricane strength as the storm will be just south of the island there as a Category 4 heading into the start of your upcoming work week with those strong hurricane force winds outlined here within that shade of red. Now, this is going to be our next
social media star.
You hear? South of the island, St. Elizabeth again, Westmoreland, Clarendon, south of the island. We must pray for our brothers and sisters. It's gonna pass Jamaica or hit Jamaica as a Category 4 hurricane. Let me see if there is any more advisory out. Let me see if there's any more advisory out from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Oh, hold a minute there. Let me see if there's any more advisory out from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. But based on what we have here on the, what we just see on the program here, okay. There is no more. I don't see the latest advisory. I wish I could get the latest advisory. As weather system, Melissa. No, that's not. That's the latest advisory. Where's the latest advisory? You know, it's a shame that is now. When all of this is happening, it's now the government decide to clean all gullies. I'm gonna say this also, you know. You have some nasty people in the country, you know. No clear the government clean the gullies them 40-11 time. You have some people dump so sitting in the gully them with nasty as hell. Anyway, I'm not seeing the latest advisory, so this we're gonna say good night for now. Remember to continue, like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk channel. Oh, hold on for me. Hold on a minute there. Let me figure out something here. I see something coming up here. Okay. The 7 o'clock advisory at 7 p.m. update show that the center of Melissa has been recalculated. That does not mean she moves southeast, then closer to north, ending up east of her current projective at 2 p.m. Friday. I don't understand this part here. I don't understand this. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Storm. National Hurricane Center, they've been looking at this. Obviously, you know, not the most, you know, structurally impressive. We've got, you know, some issues with all the shear that Dr. Nab talked about last night. So we've got, you know, the low-level area exposed a bit. It's a very large area. It's again disheveled, but we've got a large area of wind. It's moving exceptionally slowly. That has been the story here, really, within the last 24 plus hours. Northwest motion right now, 2 miles an hour. So I guess we're up from the 1 mile per hour we had at the 8 o'clock update last night. Currently located 185 miles to the southeast of Kingston, Jamaica. So you can see already the proximity to some of those Caribbean islands. Looking forward in time, even beyond 5 days, this thing does not move away from those Caribbean islands anytime soon. That slow motion, that opposing force of, you know, directional guidance is going to continue. So we've got, this storm nestled between two areas, one guiding it in one direction, the other one trying to guide it in the other direction. And so essentially it's stuck in between the two. Now, over the weekend, as Dr. Nab alluded to, we could be looking at a rapid intensification situation as that shear is expected to back off a bit into the weekend. So our trough to the north likely to move off towards the east, and that'll give us a chance at seeing some pretty significant intensification. So we go from a 60-mile-an-hour tropical storm late Friday to likely a hurricane into the weekend, perhaps a major hurricane by the end of the weekend. 145-mile-an-hour storm in the forecast for both Monday and for Tuesday of next week. And again, that motion has not really changed. I think we're going to be looking at tropical storm conditions by the end of the week, start of the weekend. So now tropical storm warnings are in effect for Jamaica and for southern Haiti. These areas are both also under hurricane watches, as we can see the hurricane conditions begin into the weekend. So, by especially the later part of the weekend, Saturday into Sunday, we could be looking at, some much more significant changes. Again, visible satellite earlier today. We've got an asymmetric system. You can see some of the thunderstorms here, some of the thunderstorms here, even some way over here. And we've got a storm that Dr. Nab has been struggling a bit in terms of strengthening, but also in terms of where it goes, because as you talked about yesterday, we've got all those opposing forces right now, but things are only going to become more conducive, unfortunately, for this to strengthen and maybe start, well, not quickly moving.
Yeah, and the models are in better agreement than yesterday on a slow westward motion near over Jamaica, and so that's why the concern for them is definitely going up. It is still only moving at 2 miles an hour, and yes, we're going to talk about rapid intensification and how bad.
Wow, that is not good. That is not good. It is moving slow. And that means it will do catastrophic damages, if I can pronounce the word correctly. It will do major damage to Jamaica. Major damage to Jamaica. Especially the south of Jamaica. Those parishes, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Clarendon, and those places, we better pray and ask God in His mercies to really do something. The people of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland and Clarendon, the entire Jamaica, cannot at this time really go through a hurricane. 2 miles an hour. That is not good. Students, we gotta pray. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. This has been the Mek Wi Talk program. Our guest was former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward. He's also a lecturer at many American universities in the United States. He was our special guest. We were speaking about the rising tension between Venezuela and the United States. And we went into other topics that he really answered for us. Wow. I will see what I can do in carrying the coverage of the live streams of what is going on in Jamaica. Hopefully I can. And I won't get into copyright infringement on my channel, because sometimes when I do carry other channels live, at the end of the day, I see they send me letters about copyright infringement. So I have to be very careful, because I don't want to lose this channel. Be very careful what I do. But what I'm going to say to you all tonight, all Jamaicans from all walks of life, pray for our country. This do not look good. This do not look good. The hurricane what is going on right now don't look good. It looks as if there is Jamaica should be gone. Okay, Jamaica should begin. It is 30 minutes ago. Jamaica should begin experiencing heavy rains and thunderstorm later this evening. Tropical storm Melissa continue to track across the central Caribbean. So there you have it. Let me read this again for you. Let me get this and do this for you here. Come on, here we go. Jamaicans should Well, Jamaica should beginning to experience heavy rains and thunderstorms later this evening as Tropical Storm Melissa continue its tracking across the Central Caribbean. This is according to the latest update from the Meteorological Service of Jamaica. A tropical storm warning and hurricane watch remain in effect for the island of Jamaica. This means tropical storm condition posed a threat to the island within 36 hours, while hurricane conditions are possible within 48 hours. Tropical storm Melissa continued to move slowly towards the north-northwest at 2 miles per hour. The system has a maximum sustained winds as 45 miles per hour and will gain strength. The Met Service says Melissa could become a major hurricane by Sunday. You understand? The Meteorological Service of Jamaica said that Melissa could become a major hurricane by Sunday. So let me repeat this, those who live on the Gully Bank in Jamaica, evacuate. Do not. And I have friends who live there and I keep on saying to them, do not stay there. Some of us have too much pride. Do not stay there. This thing looks like going to be a direct hit. This reminds me of when Hurricane Ivan was threatening for Jamaica. It dipped right under St. Elizabeth, came through the entire Jamaica into the Cayman Islands. And this track does not look good. It do not look good at all. So there you have it. The Met Service says Melissa could become a major hurricane by Sunday. And by Sunday, it will be a Category 4 hurricane. Jamaicans, please, those who live in low-lying areas, those who live in flood-prone areas, those who live on the Gully Bank, the Sandy Gully, the Gully Bank up at Mannings Hill Road and all those places, we're asking you to leave. Find higher grounds. Do not stay there, because I don't want to be reporting that somebody washed in a gully, somebody dead, remove from there. I know it is hard. We have been trying to get the shelters. I know you all don't like what shelters, but right now we have to be very know what we're doing, because this don't look good. This do not look good. This do not look good for Jamaica at all. It do not look good for our country. And we must take this thing seriously. Take it very seriously. Let me recap what is coming into me before I go off air. Jamaica should experience heavy rain and thunderstorm later this evening as Tropical Storm Melissa continue to track across the Central Caribbean. That's according to the latest update from the Meteorological Service of Jamaica. A tropical storm warning and hurricane watch remain in effect for the island of Jamaica. This means tropical storm condition pose a threat to the island within the next 36 hours, while hurricane conditions are possible within 48 hours. Melissa, Tropical Storm Melissa, continue to move slowly towards the north-northwest at 2 miles an hour. This is not good. The Met Service says that Melissa could become a major hurricane by Sunday. Let me read this again. Jamaica could begin to experience heavy rain and thunderstorms later this evening as Tropical Storm Melissa continue its track across the Central Caribbean. That's according to the latest update from the Met Services of Jamaica. A tropical storm warning and hurricane watch remain in effect for the entire island of Jamaica. This means tropical storm condition pose a threat to the island within 36 hours, while hurricane condition pose a threat within 48 hours. Tropical storm Melissa continued to move slowly towards the north-northwest at 2 miles per hour. The system has a maximum strength, winds of 45 miles per hour. The Met Service says Melissa could become a major hurricane by Sunday. A major hurricane by Sunday. Family, on the Mek Wi Talk program, help me to send out this advisory to Jamaicans who live in flood-prone areas, Jamaicans who live on the gully bank, near to the Sandy Gully, or the gully bank up Mannings Hill Road, to evacuate from now. You have time to do so. Please do so. Please do so. Let me get some more advisory here from different media, because sometimes Jamaica media, them, boy, may I tell you. Let me see something here. Let me see something here. Hold on for me, please. Don't go anywhere, people. Let me figure something here. We can get an item of news into us. I want the latest advisory. This don't look good at all. This do not look good. The National Hurricane Center in Miami. Let me see something here. The National Hurricane Center in Miami latest advisory on Tropical Storm Melissa. Okie dokie, here we go. Tropical Storm Melissa intensifies. Advisory number 10. Whoa. The hurricane hunters are out. The hurricane hunters are out. Hold on there for me. This do not look good. GG, good night. GG, make we say we can send out these things to our people now. Hope they take heed. This don't look good. This is not looking good. All right, let me. It was 3 days ago. This don't look good. Hurricane Center Miami. This don't look good. All right. What is this? This don't look good. Moving at 2 miles an hour. We're supposed to get the 8 o'clock advisory, the 9 o'clock advisory, isn't that so? We're supposed to get the 9 o'clock advisory. This is what? This is 9, this is 6:09. I haven't seen the 9 o'clock advisory. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, people, I'm going to go off air. If anything more, I will come back on air and let you know. But basically, we're asking Jamaicans, hold on there for me. Hello? I'm going to come off now. What happened? All right. I'll do that. All right. Okay, I'll do that. All right. Okay. All right, Miss P just said that there's rain there's a lot of rain in St. Ann. A whole lot of rain in St. Ann. Ladies and gentlemen, people.
Any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, Mek Wi Talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, Mek Wi Talk. Mek Wi Talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason. Mek Wi Talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, Mek Wi Talk. Mek Wi Talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk.
I was hoping to get the latest advisory, but I am not getting it. Let me see if I can get a live feed from Halfway Tree. Or a live feed from Flatbush. From what the place name again? The bridge there. The Bagwalk Gorge. Oh Lord. Apparently there's going to be an emergency press conference from Jamaica House. Is that so? Okay, there will be a press conference. Tomorrow is the 24th? It's tomorrow, not tonight. Tomorrow. There will be an emergency press conference tomorrow. So, and I'm being told that the Prime Minister may address the nation. All right, let me see something here. Stand by, please. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's come over here. Let me see if I can get you all to see this. Halfway Tree look a bit like the police down there. Police there, Halfway Tree. I don't see any rain going on in Halfway Tree, but who knows? Who knows? That's the police there in Halfway Tree. That's where that's Jamaica National Bank. That's where they are. I think they may be telling people to get off the street or something. I don't know. It's not really raining in Halfway Tree now. I don't know if I can get any live picture from where in St. Ann. Let me figure out something here if we can get a live video of St. Ann. But this is live from Halfway Tree. This is live from Halfway Tree. And that's in front of the Jamaica National Bank, right in front of the transport center. Road look a bit wet, yes, but there's nothing coming down of such. So there you have it. That's live from halfway tree. Let me figure out if I can get something else to show you before I go off air. I'm not going to stay on air with you too long, you know, because I have an exam to do. Wow, this don't look good. This hurricane moving very slow. Harborview, Maypen. Let me go to Maypen and see something. Oh, let me go to Flatbridge. Let me go to Flatbridge and see if we can see something out of Flatbridge. Stand by for us. Let me see if we can get something out of Flatbridge. Wow, 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 wow. This hurricane is moving very, very slow, and that don't look good for us at all. All right, Flatbridge look really flat. Now go on a Flatbridge. On the car driving around Flatbridge. There you are. That's Flatbridge. Not going on. Hello, how are you? Walking in divine purpose. Is it raining where you are? Talk to me about what's going on down there. I said that the hurricane gonna become a major hurricane. I hope you're okay. I hope where you are, you're gonna be okay because there's gonna be a lot of rain and flooding. A lot of rain and flooding gonna happen. Thunderstorms and a lot of rain. And let me say this once more in this program. Jamaicans who live near the Sandy Gully. Jamaicans who live near the Sandy Gully and Jamaicans who live on Manonzil Road near the gully, do not stay there. Jamaicans who live near the Sandy Gully Bridge or the Sandy Gully, remove from there if you can. Go to higher grounds. Do not stay there. Do not be stupid by saying, "Ina come here." Better be safe than never. Do not. Jamaicans, this is Flatbridge. The water is very still and that not look good either. The water is very, very still there over at Flatbridge. Jamaicans who live near the Sandy Gully Bridge. Are you home? Are you home now walking in divine purpose? I want to know if you're home. Because this thing is coming. And I'm asking Jamaicans who live on the gully bank, please remove from there. Please remove from there. Jamaicans who lives on the gully bank, remove from there. Do not stay on the gully bank. Do not stay on the gully bank. Those who live near the Sandy Gully Bridge or the Sandy Gully, remove from there. Please move from there. Okay. That's all I can say to you all. I will not be on. I'm going to go off air now. If anything should come up and I need to come on air, I will come on air live and let you know. But continue to get the latest update either from my channel or from JIS, PBCJ, or other credible bloggers who can give you credible updates. go ahead and get it from them. But I am going to ask Jamaicans who live on the Gully Bank or near the Sandy Gully, do not stay there. Those who live near the Sandy Gully in Kingston, remove from there. Go to higher grounds. Those who live on the Gully Bank up in Mannings Hill Road, remove from there. This is what is going to happen. What they're saying, that this thing is moving 2 miles an hour. It do not look good. Apparently there is a, well, I get this press release already. It do not look good. So Jamaicans who live near the Gully Bank or near the Sandy Gully Bridge, remove from there. Let me say this again. The news coming into us, the hurricane is moving. Our tropical storm, Melissa, is moving 2 miles an hour. 2 miles an hour. It poses a severe threat to Jamaica. Hurricane winds, a hurricane, like they come a hurricane, we do not start get some hurricane winds and rains tonight. It will be developing to a major catastrophic hurricane. Catastrophic hurricane. It may become a hurricane by Sunday, a category 4 hurricane. So those who live near the Sandy Gully, those who live near the Sandy Gully and live on the Gully Bank up Mannings Hill Road, remove from there. Do not stay there. And said, if you didn't know, this thing do not look good. It is moving very, very slow. Very, very, very slow at 2 miles an hour. If it was moving faster than that, it would be much better for us. It is moving very slow. And I am asking my fellow Jamaicans, please take heed. Some of us have a way. God will protect us. Yes, He will. But you need to take heed. Let me repeat again. Those who live on the Sandy Gully, near the Sandy Gully, or those who live near the Gully Bank, move. Do not stay there. Those who live near the Sandy Gully or on the Gully Bank, do not stay there. This thing is coming. And you hear me speak so that rain start falling St. Anne's already? It will be lightning and thunder and breeze. A lot of rain. A lot of rain. And when the earth gets soft, that's the time trees fall down. And I pray to God that no house no move. But boy, the way how things are going, and the way things look, it don't look good. So those who live on this near the Sandy Gully or on the Gully Bank, do not stay there. If you even call 911 when the height of the storm, nobody not come out and help you. Get the warning and leave. Leave if you can. All right. I have nothing more to say. More than I beg and I plead and I beg. Jamaicans, some of us have this nasty habit. We have this nasty habit. And because government want to spend money against the hurricane, the hurricane now come no way. No go so. No go so. Jamaica is now under hurricane watch as tropical storm. All right, this is just coming into us. This is just coming into us. This is breaking news just coming into the Mek Wi Talk program from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. I just got this advisory a minute ago. This is Mek Wi Talk breaking news. Jamaica is now under hurricane watch as tropical storm Melissa threatened to strengthen and impact the island in the next 48, in the next couple of days. This don't look this well. It's coming from the National Hurricane Center that the impact of this, let me see this here. A tropical storm Melissa is strengthening and will impact the island. The National Hurricane Center in Miami has advised that Jamaica is now under hurricane watch as tropical storm Melissa strengthened and will impact the island. The latest advisory that we have here at 7 p.m. update show that the center of Melissa has been reformed and does not mean she moves southeast, then closer to Jamaica. Wow, this don't look good. But what the Hurricane Center in Miami is saying is just a new update that Jamaica is now under hurricane watch. That's what it's going. That's what Miami is reporting. The National Hurricane Center in Miami is saying that Jamaica is now under hurricane watch. And also, there will be a press conference from Jamaica House tomorrow at 11 a.m. We will bring that to you live. There will be a press conference tomorrow from Jamaica House at 11 a.m. Okay, here we have it. A press conference tomorrow with Desmond McKenzie, Matthew Samuda. So there you have it. There will be a press conference tomorrow. I don't know, but this system here, as I said before, Jamaicans do not take this thing lightly. This don't look good. It do not look good. All right. Anyway, gotta go. Been saying this for the past couple of minutes. We gotta go. We're asking everyone to have Jamaica and the people of St. Elizabeth in particular in your prayers, because this thing is heading straight to them. This reminds me of Hurricane Ivan. When Hurricane Ivan threatened the Caribbean and threatened Jamaica, that's where it went. That's where it went. All right. Remember to click on the bell icon to know when we go live right here in the Mek Wi Talk program. Click on the bell icon to know when we go live on the Mek Wi Talk program, because we may have some breaking news. All right. Let me give you, I can't give you the video because this thing have some copyrights in it. But let me give you the audio. Let's listen to the audio of this weather channel here. Here we go.
It's Thursday, October 23rd, 2025 into the evening. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. In this video, I want to highlight the slow movement of this. This is Melissa. It is now starting to get better organized. So it is starting to kind of gather some steam and organize. And we're going to see more of that as it gets stronger over the next couple of days. It is going to be very, very slow. With that said, as this moves closer to Jamaica, this is going to be a long duration event. On Saturday morning, some of us may be saying, hey, what storm? It's not here yet. Well, it's not supposed to be. As we get deeper into the day on Saturday, that's when it's really going to start to work in for a lot of us. But here's the issue. A hurricane on one day is bad enough, let alone the potential of it impacting us late Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even into Tuesday. That is the big issue, because that means two things: persistent winds, tropical storm or hurricane force for about 3 days, maybe a little bit more. And that means 3 to 4 days of tropical rain. So you get the idea with this system. A very slow mover. Really doesn't make a difference on the exact path of this. We have high concerns in Jamaica, so we are making those preparations. Now I want to show you the rain totals as well. So it's the duration of the winds and the duration of the rain, which will really stack up. Now, as this area is still disorganized, kind of a sloppy system, as it continues, a little glitch in the satellite, as it works its way to the north, it just feeds in that moisture. Our team on the ground has been letting me know parts of Haiti, we've already had that flooding around, and we've already had that in parts of the Dominican Republic. Heavy batches of rain continue to move in. The southern coast of Haiti, the peninsula, we could have tropical storm or hurricane force winds deeper into the weekend. So it's only going to get worse. Even as this area eventually moves its way toward Jamaica, the backside flow just persisted, bringing in over 300 millimeters of rain easily in some spots, especially along the southern coast of Haiti, watching over toward the Dominican Republic. Little enhancement as well of some of the rain in Puerto Rico. Now, in this video, I also want to talk about down the road as this makes a turn. What could that mean for the Cayman Islands, Cuba, the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos? So we're going to cover that. Now, here's the most likely path as it stands. This is right now as we work our way into tonight. This is how slow of a mover this is. Tomorrow and Saturday still sitting here, but with that, just pumping in heavier weather back toward Haiti. That is the concern. Again, you've been getting the word out. This is the critical time before the storm to spread the word. I appreciate you sharing this channel, no doubt, to get it out there. If you do subscribe, you'll get the notifications because I'll put out some additional videos and you'll get those first. With that, I just want to get the word out about this. The rain is only going to be picking up in Haiti and even the Dominican Republic. And then eventually, as this works its way from Saturday into Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday, it could be sitting on top of or very close to Jamaica for, again, about 3, maybe 3.5 to 4 days. That is a huge problem. As I mentioned, a big system moving.
You hear that, people? I had to start the video. It will be sitting on top of Jamaica for 3 to 4 days. Sitting on top of Jamaica. And people are saying that this thing, God can move it, yes. It will be sitting on top of Jamaica. It's not look good. This don't look good.
In a day, that's bad enough. This could be sitting there. Now, still a difference in some of the models, although the American model is starting to shift back to the West, and there are more signs that it is simply off because it is not reading the environment very well. Either way, if this were to move right into Haiti, the impacts, the big concern still is the rain. So it doesn't really change as far as what we do. We've been making the preparations best we can. We all have different means. We're trying to help each other. Haiti and the Dominican Republic, the rain, regardless of the track, the major and life-threatening situation. So watching out for that flood and mudslide potential. And then as we work our way back toward Jamaica, the European model, the one I'm leaning to, brings this in. And most of the models show this. So a big model difference, but most of the models show what the European model is showing: a hurricane, a strengthening hurricane on top of or near Jamaica for several days. Now, you can see here, we're going to see a lot of watches and warnings. We already have those. The watches that are out will be changing over to warnings, especially as we go over the next 24 hours. That is not a surprise. We're going to get warnings out of this as this moves closer. The track of it will take it just to the south of Jamaica or potentially in. Now, there will be differences as we go forward. If this moves into the west end of Jamaica, of course, that would increase the winds for everyone, the higher impacts. East end, if it moves into the east end, that would lessen some of the impacts in our western tier. And I'm still not sure about that. That's something we have to fine tune together and just really go step by step as we go forward. So let me show you what I'm seeing, at least a first sample of what's going to happen. Now, Saturday is an interesting day in the sense that some of us may wake up to some sun. Some of us may be going all day and saying, hey, What storm? Where's this storm? Well, remember that Brian said this is a very slow mover. It is taking its time. But on Saturday, especially late on Saturday, the hurricane, should be a hurricane by then, will be approaching the eastern side of Jamaica. So the winds pick up upwards of about 60 to maybe 70 miles per hour with higher gusts, especially Saturday night. This is still to the east. So again, western zones, not as much. Winds 35 to 40. Of course, with that said, the seas are going to be building. We know that they're going to be very aggressive. We'll already have some of the coastal flooding out ahead of all of this moving in. But you get a sample of some of the winds.
Wow. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is threatening to become a major catastrophic hurricane. A major one. As I said before, I will try and keep you posted. Gotta run off here now. It is now 9:32, 8:32 in Jamaica. Walking in Divine Purpose, thank you so much. Walking in Divine Purpose, send me the link to my phone, please. Thank you all very much. I am going to work my sources to see if I can get videos and other things. She is moving very, very, very slow. Very, very slow. Don't look good. Let's just pray for island Jamaica, because right now we have no money. Country broke like a doorknob. And if the hurricane should come to us, I don't believe that we should take up any money and hand it over to any government officials. We need to figure out a way how we can get money down to help our people without giving it to any government officials or any government. That is my take on it. We pray and hope that God in His mercy will change the trajectory of this hurricane away from Jamaica, back out into the ocean, away from land. It is really going into land, yes. Haiti can't take any more of this. And the poor little Cayman Islands. If it beat Jamaica and sit on top of Jamaica, Cayman is right behind Jamaica or below Jamaica. So all of that, Cayman will be getting it. Hurricane Ivan pound Cayman for over 36 hours. If my memory serves me correctly, because I was in Cayman then. And Hurricane Ivan pound that country. When satellite went up, when they look on NASA satellite, they're saying that they can't find Cayman. They cannot find Cayman. And if this thing is moving so slow, and they're saying that this hurricane is going to sit on top of Jamaica for the next 2 to 3 days or 4 days, God help us. God help us. Ladies and gentlemen, people, thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of the program. It was. What is this? It was. And I just want to say to you all that we all must be our brother's keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, people, please send the word out. Jamaicans who live near the Sandy Gully, and Jamaicans who live near the Gully Bank, any Gully Bank in a Kingston or wherever, remove from there. Do not stay there. All right? Gotta go. God bless you. Thanks to Ambassador Curtis Ward for coming on to speak to us. Thanks to Miss P. Oh, Lord. Good night. Mek Wi Talk here live.
Good night, Mr. Jeffrey. No say none to no government official. You remember me higher thing.
Pardon me?
Me hear you say, you not say nothing to no government official.
No, hold on, darling. Me never say me. I am saying that Jamaicans, if this thing should hit Jamaica.
Whatever, Mr. Jeffrey, I joke there, but me I tell you, say, remember me.
Remember you. Me not have nothing to say for nobody. Me just saying something. Where in Jamaica are you now?
I am in Ian Hills area.
Oh, you're in Westmoreland?
Yes.
Western Westmoreland. Is it raining down there now?
No, we don't have any rain today.
Oh,
We don't have any rain. All right, let me tell you, we don't have any rain in Westmoreland because I went to a funeral in Hanover, a Hampton Grove, and there were we get a little shower before we leave out of the church, but to the burying ground, it's hot sun coming straight back to Westmoreland, no rain, and we get a little breeze.
I wonder if you remember when Hurricane Gilbert was threatening for Jamaica. Remember how many days was hot sun?
Oh, Mr. Jeffrey, don't even go.
When we say the sun was hot, walking in the van purpose, you're too young for this. When Hurricane Gilbert threatening for Jamaica, I was on the western tip of Jamaica and western Negril.
Okay.
And
I was living in Birmingham.
Okay, the sun was so hot. It's same, when Hurricane Ivan threatened for Cayman. And when I saw the thing on the National Hurricane Center, when the hurricane dipped under Jamaica, right in St. Elizabeth there, so I head straight into Cayman. I turned to my then boss, Dr. Tomlinson, and I said, Dr. T, it's coming straight to us. He said to me, Mr. Jim, let's go. We went to him, we started batting up the places and so forth.
Mr. Jeffrey, I don't have anybody to batten up anywhere till it's still enough. Where I'm living.
Where do you live? You have any tree around your house?
No tree. I'm living, I don't know if you know the new scheme. The newest scheme at Bay Road.
Oh, yes, man.
Yes.
Yes.
That's where I'm living.
I hope you're not flood out, I hope the drain is clean.
No drain of the funny scheme, The place is, I don't know what to say, the people they make you and you never have no drain. So but me get a little piece, Mr. Jeffrey, we need a little piece of land, and if we get a little piece of land, we did want. But when the scheme lot up, lot up with a lot of drains. Lot up with no drains, so it's the water always on the road. But I am living on a place.
That means God help us all if this rain decide to come and sit on Jamaica, because the Hurricane Center is saying, that
remember Ivan did slow.
For how many hours?
I just said to my granddaughter saying, no look good. No look good.
You can't tell if you do, you see all your birth certificate, even the old one where the old birth certificate where Marky G show.
Yes.
But make sure you put in a Ziploc bag your old birth certificate.
That's what I have. The birth certificate, the children passport and my passport. I have them into a Ziploc bag from long time.
Yes. And make sure so they're near to you. If anything you can, just pick it up and run.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a water boot.
You don't have no water boot.
You shouldn't have a water boot for a long time. And no spike you can't win in the water. You can't wear spike in the water.
We have the rubber slippers, them we can go in the water.
Yeah, but you have to be careful, because you don't have debris in the water. You don't have nail in there. You go step and nail on and something there. And you can't wear no spike heel in the water.
We can't wear spike heel. Oh, the thing where not only on this scheme, we don't have a problem because the house them on a little, most of us on a little rise.
Oh, say the water will run.
Yes, so we have the water will on the road, but for us, we don't think the rain will trouble us.
Yes.
All right, and we don't have a problem thinking a roof will leak off.
Okay. So hold on now.
Yes.
You buy up something a dirty girl and rice and it's sitting already?
Me have rice. Me no go supermarket yet, but me have rice. Me no put.
Oh.
Me not feel me dirty girl, me burn me stomach, me buy sausage
You buy
and
sausage.
biscuit. Yeah.
But hold on, you know. All you have to do with the dirty girl, you know. You just make sure you cut up some scallion and thyme and garlic and some scotch, but you're not gonna burn the stomach, so.
No, me start Jeffrey. You know, can't. They eat the dirty girl too much. Me can't take it anymore. But me think me can buy saltfish and we fry dumplings. So me only want coconut oil. So we fry dumplings, saltfish, and we cook saltfish and dumpling. You know how to do it. You put like a curry in the saltfish and put like a chicken booger in it and.
Hey, I feel the Jerry and its nephew.
Yeah, so we don't have to do the dirty girl. We only want the saltfish. And we have some and the corn pork. Me say this is better for me have pork. Oh, all right. When me tell you, so me have piece of corn pork.
Well, walking in divine purpose don't make some dirty girl for me. Yeah, man, walking in divine purpose on GG. Don't make some dirty girl for me. Some nice dirty girl with some dumpling and yam and dasheen and name of the talk about yam and dasheen. I can't sit there now. Hey, Jesus.
And if I rather the salted mackerel now, the salted one.
Mackerel tastes good, man, with some boiled banana and piece of yam and piece of sweet potato.
All right, and you put little vinegar in the salt, mackerel them on and fix it up. You know, yeah. So
walking in the man. Walking in the divine purpose. No, salt mackerel going on.
You have the salt mackerel there, and you get the coconut them on and make the run down with the dumpling and put the flour in a hit and make it on dip and fall back.
Oh, Malabo shit, yande. Who stole the Honda? Talk to me now, sister. Talk to me.
Yes, man. You just do the coconut, man, and then when it come down now, you just mix the flour and put in it and make it dip and fall back.
Oh, you dip. Oh. Hey, you know any blue druze?
Yes, man.
Yes.
Oh, God. You can't do it.
Walking in divine purpose. Walking in divine purpose. You know any blue druze? You walk in the divine purpose. Tell me if you know any blue druze. Hey, Jesus. Hey, when I get some blue druze, you know, with some nice steamed fish, especially the lacto fish.
Mr. Jeffrey,
yes, ma'am.
You see, Dr. Anthony fish. But you know, me no know one fish they used to call me angel fish. Them big and broad. Them broad.
Hold on there.
Them pretty and dark.
Walking in divine purpose, if it was leave her alone, her father can't make the blue druze.
Okay. And that fish that we call them angel fish.
Yes.
We call them panda. You see, they're soft, they're nice. Right now, me they hear a think if he come and the current go cut off, me fry the two when me have in there for me go and market Saturday and see some. And me buy 5 pounds.
Yes.
Yes, so me have them. So them can fry and put on.
Right. Hold on for me call her. Miss Daphne, darling. Don't worry yourself, man. We just have to pray. And ask God in His mercy if we just turn this thing away from St. Elizabeth.
Yes, we are thinking to pray, but Mr. Jeffrey, as me say, we gotta have to shake we up, you know, because somehow we too bad. So me now worry myself.
Forgive me.
It's one
God. May I beg you forgive me, because what is in my thoughts now, you know, Lord. May I beg you forgive me, you know. Forgive me, Father God. Let me not say it.
His song say, God lead His dear children around. And I know that there's a remnant of God people here. Don't care what is going on. We have some praying people. Yeah. So we don't have to pray now with what is going on. We just to sit and watch the hands of the Lord at work. And if it is His will that anything should happen to me, we just have to go on. Because things that happen that can shake up mankind. Because mankind hearts are so desperately wicked. And
sometimes, you know, God have to put some water in the ground to dig up some nasty, dirty nigger man, see. So
oh my God. Oh my
some
God.
Jamaicans, you know, who go on a mother bad pan and take some sitting and burying on the ground.
True, Mr. Jeffrey. True. So God have to watch out the place. The place have to purify and cleanse. And if we have to cleanse with somehow, we have to go join like we have to go on. Because it have to purification have to be done.
Yes, true. So true. So tomorrow morning when I get to make make some blue drawers tomorrow morning.
No, well, I'm not gonna make no blue drawers tomorrow morning. What I do? Since week I bake. What I bake since week? I bake 3 banana bread.
Aye.
And I give away 1 and I eat 2. And maybe I bake a cornmeal pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will bake a cornmeal pudding.
Well.
And what I plan to do is to send and get another drum of gas.
Yes, and get some coal.
Well, yes, but I don't have a coal pot. I have a rim.
Long time.
No, we don't use coal stove anymore. We use car rim. We use car rim, man, Mr. Jeffrey. The car rim.
Back foot in the head.
Yes, we put car rim on a stand. I have a stand. So you get 2 car rim and you put a piece of mesh wire in it. Put the coal and put 2 pieces of iron on it. And you're gone.
And the food, hello. You see when you do that? The food cooks sweeter than the gas stove, you know?
Of course, Mr. Jeffrey. Of course. The food dies. The food dies, man.
Walking in the divine purpose, you know about coal pot, you know? I trouble. No. You know, not to me, no follow me.
Yes, you not see coal pot much again. You see carrying.
Okay.
Carrying. So you just have 2 pieces of iron and you put it on something and, you know, piece of mesh wire in it and you pull it up. Oh my gosh, 2 tools, your pot cook.
Anyway, my darling, you try and keep safe.
Yes, Mr. Jeffrey, we talk again.
Yes, my dear, I'm praying for God that this thing really goes.
Yes, because I just hear channel me fire, you know, for this morning I me get the breaking news from.
All right.
So you continue. Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye. There you have it, people. I think I need to go off here now and stop chat. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Yes, Lord. Okay, what is going on here? I'm going to listen to Stephen Shaw from the National Work Agency. Listen to this. Okay, hold on. Where is Stephen Shaw?
My name is Stephen Shaw from the National Work Agency. Today, we went looking at some locations where work is taking place in respect of the tropical storm now, as it is, Melissa, that we are told is likely to impact the country. In the case of the Sandy Gully, we are seeking to have debris removed from the vicinity of the bridge that spans Spanish Town Road. We also went to look at the work now taking place on a section of the McGregor Gully, an area that is referred to as Burger Gully in St. Andrew. And we looked at the Wikiwaki area where there are some challenges with drains. But one of the things that we would have observed, certainly at Sandy Gully and at McGregor Gully, is really how some of us Jamaicans dispose of our garbage.
Tell them so they're nasty.
3/4 of a car sitting inside the middle of this very wide channel. We saw old household appliances. In the case of the gully by McGregor Gully, we saw old stoves, remnants of fridges. Now, when we dump things in our waterways, we are not only compromising them in terms of their effectiveness to carry storm water, but there is another element of this dumping, and that is when these things that are metallic move along the floor of the gully, they cause damage. Right, the gully invert becomes damaged, and over time, you'll find the invert being eroded, and thereafter, you'll find cracks developing, holes developing, and then you have large chunks of the invert being displaced, which sometimes lead to the walls collapsing, which then leads to persons being flooded out, homes being damaged, and in some cases, persons have had to abandon where it is that they're living. And so we are saying to persons, outside of the practice that we see in Jamaica, where persons decide to live on gully banks, you ought to ensure that you carry out proper garbage disposal in this space and not use the waterways, the gullies, as your place for the disposing of your garbage. Because at the end of the day, you are likely to pay, not only in terms of the home or the property that you have in the vicinity, but unfortunately, some persons are paid with their lives. My name is Stephen Shaw.
Wow. This is something. Yeah, it's the same thing I was looking at a while ago. I'm walking Divine Purpose. The same channel. I have that same channel. Anyway, we got to go. I want to say thank you all for coming on. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. As I said before, if there's anything else, I will come back on air. But I got to run now. It is now 9:53, 8:53 in Jamaica. I pray and hope that everybody in our country take heed and do not play with this thing. God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica, land we love. Remember, those who live near the Sandy Gully, McGregor Gully, and other gullies in Jamaica, do not stay there. For God's sake, do not stay there. God bless you. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, Walking in Divine Purpose, for coming on.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.